Hello and welcome to another video. We've got a Worcester 2000 25 kilowatt combi we're working on today, and it's got a 2961 fault which is causing no heating, no hot water to come out of the boiler. What we'll do is we'll do some fault finding, see what the matter is with the boiler, and then what component needs changing and how to replace that component. We will do that. Before we proceed any further, I would like to request you to subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so whenever I upload any new videos, you get notified. Also, please like the videos which we upload and share it with your friends so more people can find out what we do on this channel. And now back to the video. Okay, so the 2961 fault is a problem with the fan not running, hence there is no heating or hot water because the flame won't come on if the fan's not running. So what we're initially doing is we're testing that there is power coming to the fan, and what we've done is that we've removed the fan's plug and we've connected on to the blue and brown cable our multimeter, set it to AC voltage, and we can see that there's clearly 240 voltage and slightly more coming to the fan. But if the fan's still not running, that means there is a fault with the fan and it will need changing. The first things first, we've turned the power off from the boiler's fused spur, and then we're going to remove the fan, and let's see where the fan is. And as you can see, the fan is sitting with the whole gas valve and burner assembly disconnecting to it. Thank goodness that it's not too difficult, as in previous models of Worcester Bosch boilers. It's not very difficult to remove this fan at all from the assembly itself. As you can see, this little screw on the top, you undo the screw and the fan comes out really easily. Once the screw is undone and you've removed it from the gas valve itself, there is a little black nut on top of the gas valve. Once you remove it, you can remove the whole assembly. As you can see in the picture, it's gone absolutely vacant. Now moving on to the new fan, as you can see, the old fan is lying next to the box of the new fan itself, and the part number of the fan, as you can see in the screen, the new part number is this. This box comes with not only the fan, but it comes with a couple of rubber seals which are required whenever you're changing the fan, and with a couple of screws which retain the fan in place. But in order to change this fan, we need to remove this air and gas inlet assembly which is connected to the fan, this big black plastic assembly. We'll remove this, and it's very easy to remove. There are no screws involved in this process, surprisingly. There's a little clip which you have to pull away. As you can see, the little green lug, you pull this away from where it's connecting to the fan's assembly, and then you turn the whole black assembly anti-clockwise, so towards the left, rotate it leftwards, and it just comes off. And let's see how it's done. I'll just zoom in on the picture so you can see clearly what clip we're talking about. So this is the little green clip I was talking about. You put it away, as you can see in the picture, and then turn the whole assembly leftwards or anti-clockwise. As you can see in the next picture, we've turned the whole assembly leftwards and it's moved away from the top part which sits on top of the burner. Once it's in this position, you just pull it upwards or away from the fan where it's connecting onto the fan. Now to remove the fan from the outlet assembly which is connecting the fan to the burner itself, what we need to do is we need to remove these two screws, as you can see in the picture, fitted diagonally to each other. We remove these screws and the fan can be very easily removed from the outlet assembly. As you can see in the picture, the old one versus the new one. On the old one, you can see a buildup of limescale or corrosion on near the fan's impeller. This most probably has caused the fan to fail and to stop working, hence we're putting a new one on. So these are the two rubber seals which I mentioned earlier. It comes in the box of the fan. So the big round one gets fitted to the gas inlet to the fan, the big black plastic assembly which I showed you earlier, and the mostly rectangular one, this one is which gets fitted onto the outlet assembly, connecting the fan onto the burner. So as you can see, the round one has gone onto the fan where the gas and air inlet assembly is going to fit, and the semi-rectangular one has gone on top of the fan, which will get fitted to the outlet assembly, connecting it to the burner. Now we've fitted the outlet assembly on to the fan itself. The two screws which we removed earlier, I showed you where to remove them. We've put the two screws back on, obviously after putting the new seal on, tightened the screw. Then we've gone ahead and we've put the air gas assembly, which is the inlet to the fan, back onto the fan, and this will be done in reverse to how we removed it earlier. So we'll put it on in the position which is slightly diagonal leftwards, and then we'll rotate it clockwise so it clicks into position. You will hear a little click which tells you that you can't anymore remove the assembly from the fan. As we had removed the whole assembly earlier, off the main heat exchanger, the burner assembly, we've put it back on, and the one screw which holds the fan assembly in its place, we've put the screw back on and tightened it. And then what we've done is that we've put the little or the black nut which sits on top of the gas valve, and because it's only held by or sealed by an O-ring, we don't really need to go crazy whilst tightening this nut. Then we've put the cables back onto the fan as well. It's one main power cable, and then there's an earth cable which goes onto the fan, so we've reinstated that. Once all of that is done, we've put the power back onto the boiler. Then once made sure that the boiler is working, we've connected our digital U-gauge to the boiler's gas valve's gas inlet side of things, and we've checked for the standing pressure, obviously doing the 26.9 check. Connected the flue gas analyzer to the boiler just to check that all the flue readings are fine as well. Put the boiler into chimney sweep mode and moved it up to the maximum output. As you can see on the screen of the boiler, it's ramped up to 100%. Then we checked the gas inlet pressure, that it was okay. The boiler wasn't undergassed. It should be a minimum of 16.5 millibars on this boiler. Then we checked the negative fan pressure on this fan. You can see the test point on top close to the burner. As you can see, the negative fan pull on the boiler is absolutely fine. It should be a minimum of minus 3.5 millibars. Then took the boiler down to the minimum and then kept on checking the flue gas analysis, that even when the boiler's burner is ramped right down, it is still doing, or it is within the readings which are recommended by the manufacturer. And after that, put the boiler into normal operation mode, and as you can see on the display, the boiler is working absolutely fine. The burner's on, it's staying on normal operation, and the fan replacement has solved the problem. So hopefully you've learned something new in this video. I am done for this one, and I will see you in the next video.